Good afternoon. Bill's a bad bill. I don't know how else to say it. I've heard statistic after statistic, or purported statistic after statistic, trotted out that I could spend all afternoon dispelling. I mean, you really don't have to go any further than the FBI UCR report. And when people talk about numbers, numbers really don't matter. What matter are rates. Population's been growing in New Hampshire and the rest of the country. So 20 people got killed doing something 20 years ago, and 20 people got killed or hurt doing something today, and the population went up X percentage. Well, the rate's actually gone down. So the numbers are really meaningful without context. But that really doesn't really matter, and it's not why I'm here. The bill's a bad bill because what is this? It's a thumb. It means I'm a tool user. You can restrict my access, or try to restrict my access to one tool. I'm just going to go to the next tool, and the next tool, and the next tool. I'm going to choose the best tool for the job. Doesn't matter what the job is. A bad person's just going to choose the best tool to accomplish what they're trying to accomplish. Sometimes it's a firearm, sometimes it's an automobile. We've seen people mowed down with trucks in New York City, in Europe, and elsewhere. The stabbing rate in London, despite the fact that guns and knives are prohibited, is higher than it is in New York City. I mean, we could go on and on and on and on and on. The problem isn't the tool. The problem's the tool user. So what is the state? I'm going to urge the state to innovate. Lead, follow, or get the F out of the way. And this bill is just in the way. If I'm a tool user, just like everybody else in this room, and I've got a problem, i.e. I'm not fit to be in society, then I shouldn't be in society. Doesn't matter whether I have access to a firearm, a motor vehicle, a knife, a stick, a rock, or a baseball bat. If I'm determined to do something bad, I'm going to do something bad, and I'm going to find a way of doing it. That's what criminals do. So maybe the committee needs to start thinking like criminals in order to actually solve a problem. Because all this bill does is infringe upon the rights of law-abiding citizens. The people that are following the law are already following the law, and they're not harming anybody. And the statistics support that. We have year after year after year, 20 to 22 or so murders every year. Good portion of them are with firearms because apparently they're the best tool for the job. Take away the firearms, it's not going to change the rate. They're just going to move on to the next best thing. That's what we see in London. That's what we see across the world. In Sweden, they've banned guns. Now what do they have? They have grenade attacks. Wow, how'd you like that? Those are illegal too. So we have problems with drugs, right? How many people died in the last year from fentanyl and heroin? Something like 70,000. Johns Hopkins report came out recently. How many people died of medical malpractice? It's like north of 250,000 people. I'm trying to be patient, but I just want Yes, sir. Please. I'll get to my point. Please. My point is that how many people died in New Hampshire last year of murder? It was like 21, 22 people. It was a rate of like 1.3 to 1.4 per 100,000. This bill doesn't solve any problems. It's just another law. If passing laws solve problems, we wouldn't need more laws. So I'd urge you guys to ITL this bill because it doesn't fix anything.
Thank you, Representative Kanalakis.
Yes, I'd like to ask you a question. When you buy a gun, you give a background check to the federal government, right?
I fill out a form.
Right.
Whether I'm going to think like a bad, naughty person, not necessarily what I do. But if I'm a bad, naughty person...
Let's not have a back and forth.
I don't want a bad person. I'm just asking you a question. Do you have to fill out a form to purchase that gun?
From an FFL, yes.
Okay.
Follow up?
Follow up. This is for just the state of New Hampshire. why would anybody that is a legal gun owner not wanna do it for the state and will do it for the feds?
I'm gonna go out on a limb. I don't think the government should know who has guns. The point of the Second Amendment, it isn't about who's suitable and who's not. It's about keeping government in control. It's not about controlling people.
Thank you for
Yeah, it's all right.
thank you for testifying.
Thank you.
Croc TV.